Hello and welcome to another video of mine. I am Zinlin Muja of Afrojuku.net and I am here with another video. Another scammer video, of course, because earlier I just uploaded one of my older videos from 2019 where I was scammed by a so-called Japanese proxy website entitled bai.jp. And as of 2022, I am unable to sign into my account. Hopefully the sounds better now. I didn't know that I could adjust this. I mean, it's a cheap ass fucking microphone from Walmart. So what do you expect? So yeah, I can't log into my account anymore, and I've had my tweet on my Twitter page for years, and I guess they didn't like what I had to say. So they probably disabled my account. Whatever. So anyway, we're gonna talk about this scamming ass website entitled Stripe. I have been a part of this website since 2016. At first, I did not want to join. Of course, I didn't want to join because I'm a loyal PayPal user, very loyal. Even though there were times where they've scammed me. Hell, Bayi scammed me through PayPal years ago. So, but because there's no other options out here, alternatives, of course I had to turn to keep PayPal. Plus all these sites where I work online at, their main source of payment methods is PayPal, because I don't want a Visa gift card or nothing like that, because that shit tends to expire after a couple of months. I hate using Visa um, gift cards. I hate them, because if you lose, if that shit expire, you lose your funds. You're just screwed. So yeah. But I'm glad that I can on my website I can show you guys how to make money online. Not only through PayPal and Visa gift cards. You can get gift cards for like restaurants, um, shopping stores, retail stores, hell, even airline miles and hotel points and things like that. So yeah. Anyway, because I had a customer who attempted to pay me through Stripe, and for some I wasn't a member, so how this shit was able to happen, I don't know. But I think the site that I use to sell my products on, they automatically cancel the order. And she asked me why, and I told her that I don't have a Stripe account. So after a while, I had to bend the knee and say, these people obviously don't trust PayPal, so let me go ahead and sign up for Stripe. Big fucking mistake. I wish I never joined this site. Uh, Especially since last year. Last year was like hell for me as far as sales. I would get sales like every month, but there have been times where customers just out of the blue wanted to cancel their orders and wanted refunds, and that pretty much had fucked me up, because Stripe not only refunds their money, but they also charge you an extra, I think, 10%. So you lose anyway with them, and I really hate this damn website, and that has happened to me twice. Because for some reason customers don't think to ask me for measurements of an item before they submit the payment button. It's just I don't understand people sometimes. But anyway, recently, back in back in December, I had a customer purchase a hair bow from me, and she gets the product, and I'm gonna be an asshole. Her name sounds like a fucking scam. Cause her name was like Amina. Let me see. Amina Farah. So yeah, that bitch name sound like a fucking scam. But I digress. If if you've been online forever like I have, you're aware of names like that being linked to scammers, and I don't have no problem saying that. So anyway, so yeah, she gets the product and she receives the product, and next thing you know, I look at my email address. I think I was at work, and it said that my account has been there's been a dispute that's been open because the customer couldn't recognize the name on their bank statement. I'm like, what? Even after I mailed the product out and she received it, I even have tracking to prove it. This damn site just decided I'm gonna automatically just take the side of the fucking customer and just send the money back to them, including charging an extra $15 fee for the chargeback. So yeah, they pretty much penalize you when you get chargebacks. Talking about a fucking negative balance and all this shit. I'm like, y'all banking website now? Like, I don't know. It's weird. That's why I never wanted to join this website in the first place. And I'm here to warn others about it. So yeah, so I had emailed them like yesterday about it, or the other day, should I say. And I was like, what's taking you guys so long to fucking settle this matter? I'm like, I want my money back. She got her product. Why is she saying that it's a fraudulent transaction? And they were like, they give me these old dry ass fucking responses. Like, it's not up to us. It's up to Wells Fargo. So I'm like, okay, so what the hell are you guys gonna do to, to protect me? I'm your fucking seller. Cause you dabbing in my fucking profits too. With your fees. You charging them for the fees, but automatically the fees go to you. So, what the fuck are you doing on your end to help, to prevent this from happening? And they always told me that sometimes fraud payments go through. You have to set up. I'm like, first of all, your payment websites just like PayPal. Why the hell don't you have it in your system to where you can protect your sellers from being frauded by people who are using fake names, fake credit cards, things like that. If fake email address and fake addresses themselves. Oh no, you want to leave that dependently on us? Like, what kind of shit is that? And meanwhile, you get your own cut of the profits while not doing your part as the third party to protect us from fraud. Like, it doesn't make any sense. So yeah, in the end, the bitch got to keep my product and the money. And the thing about her, and I'm gonna show you this. I'll better show you this. The bitch has tried to fucking purchase from me two more times, and this time the payments didn't go through. And I'm gonna show you. She tried to purchase some mascara, and it said 3D secure attempt incomplete. It's the same chick. I don't know whose credit card she's using, and it's just weird. And oh shit, it's refreshing this damn. I hate using Google Chrome. And so she once again tried to purchase another clothing from me. 3D secure attempt incomplete. I didn't mean to show the address because I don't know who lives there. I apologize. I'm gonna censor it when I upload the video. There she is again. Like, she tried 2 times already. In each attempt she failed. But I heard that this is a common thing with Stripe. So what I'm about to do now is I'm gonna read you some very lengthy reviews. I hope you guys bear with me. I suck at reading. Yeah, it's really fucked up. Like, really, really fucked up. Like, how can you do something like this? And I'm angrier at Stripe for allowing this to happen, for not protecting their sellers, because we're the ones bringing in revenue to your piece of shit worthless ass website, because some of us don't have no choice but to use you other than PayPal, and people don't trust PayPal because PayPal has increased their fees. And they find y'all more reliable, which I don't understand. Because I think because people want to use their credit cards. So, yeah, let's get to it. Beware of large hidden fees. August 4th, 2021. We were excited to implement Stripe.com in our site as they provide good APIs for software developers. The integration was smooth and we were up and running in a short time. Once we started using Stripe for credit card transactions, we quickly discovered a huge problem with their service. Here is what happened. One of our clients accidentally double charged their credit card when they ordered one of our products. I am not sure how this happened. Excuse me. I mean, that's something I would say. I'm not sure how they did this, but they contacted us to report that they have a duplicate charge on their credit card statement. Of course, we immediately refunded one of the charges via Stripe online console. This worked fine, but we noticed that Stripe did not refund us the 2.9% credit card transaction fee when the payment was refunded. In our case, this was a considerable $116 fee. When we contacted Stripe about this, they had a candid response that states their policy is to keep your transaction fee even if the payment was refunded. Bullshit. Think about this from a merchant point of view for a second. Not only you have to pay Stripe 2.9% of all sales you process via their service, but also you have to pay them 2.9% of your sales you did not make. It's not enough that you lost the sale profit and maybe shipping fee and got an open box as a result of the return refund, but also you are getting penalized by Stripe for this refund. I just said that earlier. Refunds are a normal part of the credit card business, and for Stripe to penalize its client for it is outrageous. Other merchant accounts companies we used in the past did not do this. Rather, they refunded all the fees and only charged us 30 cents transaction fee for the refund. That was it. They did not keep 2.9% of the sale amount. Needless to say, we are shopping for a different credit card processing company. We are totally disappointed with Stripe and the fact that we wasted so much time implementing their lousy service. Scammers Paradise. August 4th, 2020. There is no protection for the sellers on this platform. It's a scammer's safe haven. They take up to 2 weeks to report a charge is potentially fraudulent, and your chances of winning a dispute is 0. Use PayPal or risk losing your goods. Yep. Stripe send refunds to clients without they send back the product. February 18, 2021. I use Stripe as a payment getaway for my online store 1 year now. This 1 year, 2 to 3 clients opened a dispute to have a refund from Stripe without letting me know, and also they kept the product. The answer from Stripe was to ask me for proof that I sent the products. I provided everything they asked. Their final decision was to give the money back to my client every single time. They kept also my product. That's exactly what happened to me. Every time I provided documentation to them, including, just like I said, the who she is, address, tracking number, proof of purchase, and everything, and I still lost the case. Allocations are a nightmare, and disputes are never resolved in the seller's favor. August 18, 2020. Allocations are a nightmare. Stripe is taking out their commission and remaining amount is paid into your account. Several client transactions in one payment. Reconciliations are extremely difficult, and I've never received one invoice from Stripe for their commission. They simply deduct their share and transfer the rest to you without any paper trail. In addition, every time there is a dispute, it is never settled in the seller's favor, even when the supporting evidence and paperwork supplied to Stripe clearly shows that the purchase was valid, agreed and approved by the buyer, signed off by them, and the service used by them. The response for Stripe is never in their seller's favor. Finally, it happens at least a few times a month that Stripe rejects the transaction as suspicious and prevents prospects from buying our products. It often happens that clients contact us outside of the Stripe's workflow and finalize payment manually because Stripe is rejecting their cards and, by extension, is not allowing us to close the sale. Stripe is run by scammers for scammers, not online merchants. November 7th, 2021. Are looking at opening a viable online business. Avoid Stripe altogether as scammers seem to flock to Stripe because the buyer can file a claim and Stripe will just refund the money without any requirement to even return anything. Yep, that's true. Because I even emailed the bitch earlier. I was like, okay, you got your money back, ma'am? You need to return my product because I could sell it to somebody else who wants it. But trying to get a response out of this person it's difficult. I don't understand. It's weird. Where was I? Let's see. What a deal for Stripe scammers though. They can purchase an item and doesn't even attempt to look out for sellers, so the buyer keeps the item and gets a refund besides. It was my mistake to give Stripe a try in addition to the other payment processor I have been using for decades. See, that's me with PayPal. It also only took one transaction to realize Stripe isn't even a legitimate processor that can be trusted. If you want to be profitable, you should not risk your profits because of the incompetence of a processor like Stripe. Stripe is full of cheats and thieves. May 4th, 2021. Sorry. If you want to issue your customers a refund because they bought the wrong item or they changed their mind, Stripe will keep 2.9% of every transaction and refund. If you have a high profit margin or don't allow refunds, maybe you are okay. But that's the thing. I don't even do returns or refunds unless I absolutely have to. But other than that, I don't do it because it's just too much of a risk, and this shit proves why. But if your customer ever files a chargeback, Stripe will immediately deduct all payment plus the 2.9% fee and additional $15 chargeback fee. Yep. They don't even give you a chance to prove your case. They just immediately take the damn money out. On several occasions, a double charge was processed, and after issuing a single refund, Stripe also retains the 2.9% fee, claiming the double charge is not due to them. Stay away from Stripe. Software doesn't work, and Stripe steal and lie, waste of time and money. Stripe is greedy. Fails to protect you as a merchant. April 1st, 2021. In just a few months and as a merchant, I have been frauded by 2 dishonest customers because Stripe failed to represent me. Yep. Has the gall to charge me an extra $15 for losing the dispute, even though I provided clear documentation of the customer's order and clear info via tracking and that the customer is lying. Stripe also dishonestly failed to tell me about arbitration. They also had the gall to tell me I could get fraud protection if I agreed to raise every single transaction fee to 2.7 from 2.7 to 3.2%. So that clearly says that there is no protection against fraud from Stripe in the first place. The most dishonest company I have ever worked with. I will be researching to find a better credit card processor. Lessons learned. Hands burnt. Stay away. May 19, 2020. Lesson number 1. Stripe is a faceless company. No phone number, no person to talk to. Lesson number 2. They will open your account and even after all verification will randomly refund customers claiming chargeback/fraud and of course refuse to provide any details. Lesson number 3. They will notify you that you can no longer service your account due to high risk business without any reason. I've been reading nothing but reviews about this claim right here about them closing their accounts because of high risk business. That's weird. This company sucks. Lesson number 4. Then consider your funds in the account frozen and expect no reply to emails. Please find an alternative if you are a small business without muscle to go up against these guys. They are unscrupulous and cheats. You won't know it as they do have a very good web interface and platform is neat, etc. But you will get asked when you at least expect it. We fell for this trap and lost around USD $1,000 and are still contacting them to get $450 back if possible. Our account is frozen and does not allow to even pay out money in the account. They claim 24x7 chat support, etc., but it's not available. They only ask to send emails and the support is standoffish and horrible. I thought I was the only one that realized that too about them. We are a retail store and got ripped off by Stripe. August 24th, 2019. We are shop owners and had 2 sales reversed by Stripe for over £250. We sent out parcels for orders, but then customers say the item is faulty. Stripe immediately reversed the payment even without checking with us first. We lost these 5 products and lost the money, resulting in a total of £4,000. Lost as we didn't get the products back after the complaints was made. Stripe immediately takes a customer's side and the retailer loses all this money. We have had enough of them and moving to new service. If you're a retailer, don't use Stripe. They don't care about you losing your products and losing your sale money. We are honest, reputable company, Smithers of Stanford. It's just shocking that Stripe automatically takes the customer's side and refunds without even giving us time to submit proof. One order was 3 months ago. We disputed and we sent over proof of shipping with DPD. We still did not get this money back. Be very aware of Stripe if you're a shop. The service is fraudulent sometimes. Stripe say the customer is always right and don't protect the retailer. Stay away. November 9th, 2017. Signed up with Stripe 3 months ago. Since then I had 2 fraud payments which left me with $500 down. On top of it, they charged me $15 every time there was a dispute. Excuse me. I'm so sorry. My mom's sick, so I'm sick too. On top of it, they charged me $15 every time there is a dispute. Was with another credit card processor for 15 years, no such problems. Switched to Stripe as I wanted to avoid monthly fees. I was paying the other credit card processor, but I paid fees 10 times now. My advice, just stay away. Let me take a sip of water right quick. And they help this heater like blowing right up my nose. Do not use Stripe. June 8th, 2018. Do not use Stripe. The platform is made for fraudulent payments. They offer no help to fight fraud apart from a few rules you can put in place which hardly work. Yep. Like I say, they leave this shit only up to you. They just want they cut for being absolutely useless. And I've told them that in the emails I cut into their ass earlier about this. Talking about there's no explanation. Why won't you give me a fucking explanation on why you refund this clown her money and then ask her to return the product in exchange? Like, that's at least with PayPal, if there's a problem, they ask the customer, you need to return that unless if something was really wrong. They'll tell the customer you need to return that product, and therefore I'll return we'll refund you, and you gotta provide proof that you actually sent it back. Well, no, not these clowns. So I thought I was trying to sneeze again. They will then close your account due to the disputes, all fraud, and hold all your funds for 90 days. Appalling service if you even call it that. If you cannot even call it that. Very damaging to small businesses. It is. Especially when they take so much out of your fucking account with these damn fees. You're not gonna really, unless you a business that makes a lot of money. You're not gonna, if you small a business, I suggest you go and try another payment method service, because they're not, because you gonna end up losing. You gonna end up being broke dealing with Stripe. I'm telling you. All merchants should avoid Stripe. Period. July 7th, 2018. Stay away. The payment processor not only allows fraudsters, it encourages them. It will be weeks before Stripe will tell you there is a problem, long after you've dutifully handled an order, so that you not only lose the entire value of the transaction and the stock fulfilling the order, but also you will be slugged with an additional fee for the transaction being declared fraudulent. This fee will be acceptable if Stripe had made efforts to prevent such a transaction taking place originally. Yeah, right. But their fraud detection is non-existent. They claim they have something called radar. Yeah, I've heard of this shit. To help fight fraud. But they can't even check a postal address in their system exactly. Furthermore, you can't ring them either. Don't waste valuable money with these people. They will rip you off. Excuse me, I had a burp. Fraudulent carders stole our money. September 3rd, 2017. Steer well clear of Stripe. We had a customer use a stolen card on our online store, and we shipped the goods to that address as everything matched. Yet Stripe just deducted the funds straight out of our bank account as the customer reports the transaction fraud. Stripe then hides behind a 3-month investigation which turns up nothing, despite the fact that I have proof of goods delivery as well as the customer invoice. They even slap you with a $25 fee for the privilege of having your money stolen. Do not use. Ever. Everything I'm reading is true. Everything. That's why I said I'm going to make sure everybody that's had a problem with them, you will be heard here on my platform. Stripe failure. They do not have any kind of insurance. October 14, 2017. They do not have any kind of insurance. So if your customer uses a fraudulent way of payment, they won't ever try to help you. That would be a loss for your business. That is totally unfair if you think in the amount that we pay Stripe for every transaction. I am absolutely disappointed. Scam company. November 20th, 2017. Scam company. Would not recommend using them. Lost way too much money for their deal with the devil. If you have a business, know that Stripe not only not defending you, they take money from your account and transfer it to scammers. Scammers can go to their bank, say they never used their service, and that's it. They get their money back. I don't want to name other companies, so you think I'm promoting someone, but others will defend you. Exactly. I have provided hard evidence, including contracts, invoices, ID, SN, you name it. I always find some excuse. They always find some excuse of ripping you off. They tell you every time they steal your money, you can do things differently, but you can't. You really can't. Just think that the scammer's bank decide who wins. Is that a joke or what? Exactly. Bad. October 14, 2017. Just bad. Allow disputes. They don't give any fraud covering and take high fees for fraud. Waste of money. Scammers Paradise. October 8th, 2016. Doesn't matter if you have delivery and signature confirmation or not. If the buyer claims non-receipt, Stripe will take the money back plus double dip their fees and then tack on an extra $15. Then you wait a month only to get an email saying you lost a dispute. Exactly, that's exactly what happened to me. So USPS tracking delivery and signature confirmation are not enough to prove the item was delivered. Yep, that's exactly the problem I had. Worst company ever. Do not use their service. January 10th, 2018. Stripe is the worst company ever. Please think twice before getting their services. You get no protection from them and you will lose a lot of money for trusting them. I have been selling since 2009. I have been using PayPal all the time until I decided to give a Stripe a chance. For many months, everything was going great. Yep, exactly. On 2017, I received a 907 payment on PayPal and about 175 on Stripe. Ooh, you see my shit at the bottom? The temperature has dropped. One day I received a payment for $115 from a customer from Italy. I checked the Stripe system and the payment seems to be fine. I even waited 1 week to ship the items. Yeah, I have a 1 week window too. I shipped out 10 items worth $80.60. Weeks later, the customer reported the transaction as fraudulent. So ridiculous to think a normal human being do not bother to check their bank account. Ugh. In less than 24 hours, Stripe withdrawn the money from my bank account. Yep. I tried to respond to such chargeback and Stripe lame system would not let me upload any pictures. I tried Chrome and Firefox. I tried 2 different computers and still not able to add those pictures to my case. I contacted Stripe and demanded answers as they claim their system is safe for payment processing. That is totally false, and people can pay with stolen credit cards and Stripe won't bother to send an alert. The last customer support rep I chatted with said this conversation is not productive and closed the chat. What the fuck? When you confront them, they still stop communicating with you. At least PayPal has phone customer service and you can talk to a live person and they will help you with the chargeback. Yep. Stripe does not assume any responsibility. All they say is they cannot fix or help and you have to deal with the bank. What bank if you do not get any info on the bank and where the chargeback was filled from? Exactly. Shit. So I lost the charge of $153 plus Stripe charged me $15 for a fee and $80 for other merchandise. The scammer must be laughing at how easy they scammed me. Go to PayPal or Square. That's what I suggested to the site that I'm using, that they get Square on it because I can use it from my phone anytime. Excuse me, I'm so sorry. Um, they are decent companies and they at least care about their customers. Stripe offers zero protection to sellers. I am a small seller and cannot afford to give away my merchandise just because Stripe is not doing their homework. Their system is weak and not safe at all. Blocked for reporting too many scammers. May 6, 2016. A bit shocking from a company that praises itself with security. Prizes. I'm sorry. I had a small account, I had a business account. Again, like I said, sucky reading. I had a business account. I was selling electronics. Few a customer, I figured later that it's the same person each time, tried to scam us. Each time we sent a refund to the credit card scammer used seemed to be stolen. Each time we sent an email to Stripe with all details of transaction and correspondence we had with the scammer to help them with figuring out how those scammers will operate. We thought we were doing a good thing, and Stripe seemed to appreciate the effort. Suddenly, our account got blocked for selling not original electronics, a bit ridiculous reason, since we buy all electronics from either authorized agents or manufacturers themselves. We were contacted and asked by Stripe to provide a letter from manufacturers that confirms that the products we sell are original. I said that I'll try to get that, though I've never heard of such letters before. Exactly. Their customer service rep promptly replied that we should start looking for new payments processors instead. They couldn't be more clear that we are no longer welcomed as customers. They're not a bad company overall, but my recommendation is do not try to help their frauds department. Do not send any emails or addresses received by a scammer. Just let the scammer keep scamming their customers, otherwise you might end up with your account blocked. Prior to the above, we had no problems with Stripe. All seemed to work well. Payments paid out on time, etc. Stripe's system is insecure. We have had a fraudster make multiple payments and demand multiple refunds, and Stripe systems have offered no protection. They are unresponsive, and clearly unable to stop the breach. As a charity, that has been devastating, and they are not taking any responsibility or accountability. Beware and avoid. I've been using Stripe for a few days, and it helped me increase sales and improve my conversion rate on my website. I provided them with all documents needed for verification, and that's totally normal for KYC, and they paused payment and asked me for identity verification. I also completed that and provided them with my passport. Then I received another email telling me that my business isn't eligible for using our systems. Recently identified charges that appear to be unauthorized by the customer, meaning the owner of the card or bank account did not consent to these payments after we ship the order. All orders, they are going to give all customers refund literally for no reason. Chargeback issues. Unfortunately, Stripe doesn't have a great policy on solving chargeback issues. As the middle party who handles your money going in and out, they do not seem to have a lot of say on these issues. For small business, this can be detrimental due to when you get a chargeback, they hold 10% of all your future funds for 30 to 60 days. This particular issue, the bank flagged a charge for a duplicate, although this transaction was not. After sending all our information on this topic and also working with my client to figure out the issue, we found that the charge was valid, and still we lost the case, which limited our account with Stripe. We recently just opened our account, and as of now, I do not recommend their service. Avoid Stripe at all costs. Stripe is scam. When I started using Stripe, everything was perfect. I was super happy. But then we received chargeback dispute from a scammer, and our business account was blocked within a week. That's it. Basically, if you're doing e-commerce and receive one dispute, you are done. Also, once they block you, they take the live chat feature from you, so you won't be able to contact support. Stripe is a total scam. Don't use it. There is no seller protection whatsoever. If a customer makes a purchase and decides to create a chargeback, Stripe does not protect you. Multiple times we have been out of the product, the money, plus Stripe charges the chargeback fee. Fraud losses. They most proactively suggest or help all Stripe users to activate the EFW per account as a help to reduce fraud losses. I've been a loyal Stripe user for a year, but recently received a lot of fraud claims. We have submitted all compelling evidence and submitted them on time. Still, we lost several claims for fraud. We lost an item and you lost money. Nobody one from their side helps us. We searched our own ways and found about the EFW that would surely help all Stripe users. But they didn't proactively offer this service and need a programmer to have this activated. In short, they are not on their customer's side. Of course, they earn from their chargeback fees. No protection from fraud. Stripe constantly sides with buyers even when they commit actual fraud, leaving you, as a business, to have to file police reports and go after the person legally who ripped you off. In addition to that, they also charge you a hefty $15 per chargeback that you get and lose. It's clearly in their interest to close in favor of the buyers. We're looking for alternative payment processors who actually fight fraud instead of enabling it. Court holder, oh shit, I gotta change the channel, doesn't recognize this charge and reported it as fraud. Yep, what did I tell you? That's exactly what happened to me with that bitch. Give me 1 second, let me change the channel. Ain't shit on at this time of night. Guess I'll go back and watch the investigation discovery. Alright, and we're back. Like many other Stripe users, I had fraudulent payments as well. I have been using Stripe for around 2 months. Received roughly 30 payment transactions in total. One day sold item for £360, shipped the item. After 3 weeks, received an email from Stripe which said that person who owns the bank card does not recognize the payment. A chargeback has been opened. I have uploaded the tracking number, buyer details, delivery confirmation signature, item transaction screenshots to the dispute page. Waste of time. After another 3 weeks, received an email. Dispute was unfortunately not resolved in your account's favor. Lost money, paid for the chargeback fee, shipping fee, and the item itself, around £390. When contacted Stripe, they told that fraud tool is not 100% secure and they do not accept any responsibility for the fraudulent transactions. Be aware. Horrible company. They allow chargeback scams to happen through their processes all the time and provide no protection for the seller. Do not use this service. You will end up losing money and they will not provide support at all. Stripe makes you pay fees on fraudulent transactions. We are a non-profit and have used Stripe for the past 2 years. In the past week, several fraudulent transactions were able to get past the security checks. Yeah, I wonder why. I could tell as many attempts were made by what clearly appears to be the same individual. Like I said, she tried several times to get through. Most were blocked, but a total of 12 made it through. Luckily, I was able to notice it and contact support at Stripe. They informed me that even though it was their system that allowed the fraudulent transactions, I was still going to be charged the discount fees, which amounted to $12. Also, if I did not cancel the transactions, there would be a $15 chargeback fee per transaction when they were disputed in the near future, which would total over $100. For a profit, this is not a lot of money. The only suggestion that support made was to increase the security checks in my settings to include a mandatory zip code. Yeah, like that works. I went into these settings and when I clicked to enable them, it gave me an output of what a past transaction would not have gone through had this setting been in place. of the list, none of the recent fraudulent transactions were included, so they still would have gone through. In addition, this setting would have blocked many of the valid transactions from our donors. I am not happy with the customer service and their policy of not refunding transaction fees under special circumstances. We'll be looking for a new payment processor now that does not penalize customers when it's something out of their control. Exactly. Horrendous service. We have previously used Stripe for a number of years without issue. We recently had our first chargeback due to what the hell? Transaction not recognized. No problem, we thought. Everything is shipped fully tracked, item value around £40, and we had GPS proof of delivery from the courier with name of recipient accepting parcel, confirmation that the customer themselves had rebooked delivery via their confirmed email address to their confirmed postal address, and we even had a photograph of the delivery taking place to the correct address. We dutifully collected all this concrete evidence together and sent it through to Stripe. The card had passed all their normal verification checks, i.e. it belonged to the address where the delivery was made. We were therefore totally baffled when Stripe told that NatWest decided not to honor the transaction even with all the details we had provided. We queried this with Stripe and asked for this to be looked at again, as the evidence was crystal clear that the recipient had ordered the item and it was correctly delivered. The reply we got from Stripe word for word was, and this is not a joke, it would have been nice to see more images of the product in play and deliver it to the customer, end quote. So in order to successfully defend a dispute in their system for an item ordered with a card Stripe have verified as belonging to the addressee, we need to photograph the product being packed so its journey to the customer, being delivered, being unboxed, and then used to top it all off. We also need to deliver it to the customer ourselves rather than using a courier service. Seriously? What sort of response is this, Stripe? I have already asked for this to be escalated and have been ignored, so we were delighted to be asked to provide feedback via Trustpilot today. No help on chargeback. Terrible company. Customer refunded money from his bank account. Then I contacted Stripe. They answered, "Hey, we will check your case and we will answer in a couple of days." And no answer. I opened again ticket. They again answer with some BS answer or story, then they will disappear. Now they stop answering my tickets. If you get scammed by someone, Stripe will not help you. Stay away from this garbage company. Excuse me. I go from sneezing to burping. How convenient. They took the side of the scammers. I sold a number of items and faced no problems. Then one customer who had actually confirmed receipt of products, together with images they sent to me confirming receipt, decided they wanted to do a chargeback. Stripe just took money from my bank account. They did not even ask for proof of delivery, which I had. The customer had confirmed delivery just before doing a chargeback. They did not even notify me. I had to find out about it after looking at my bank statements. Stripe does not care whether you deliver or not. They accept all fraudulent chargebacks. It is because of this PayPal did the same thing too, that I am no longer doing business online. People just have to visit my shop the good old-fashioned way and pay in cash. I would advise against use of this processor. They do not have the seller protection. Cannot recommend this company. They have taken credit card payments on our behalf for our website. They have not done proper security checks on these payments and now doing a chargeback despite the goods being sent out and signed for. No protection offer, and they charge a fee on top of that for the chargeback. Do not use this company. Stripe is the best system of fraudsters. We had Stripe as a gateway payment on our e-commerce for a few weeks, and it was the worst experience ever. We started our e-commerce last summer and we used PayPal since the beginning. However, we decided to give a go to Stripe. As soon as we added Stripe to our website, the number of cards transaction went up. We were thinking it was the Xmas holiday shopping fever. Well, we were wrong. We realized after the 15 transactions that something was wrong. We were actually under attack by a fraudster from all over the UK. Stripe processed only stolen cards. Even cards from foreign countries went through without any problem. We even implemented CVC check and zip code verification, not helpful. We had payments that went through and no one of them was genuine. Radar is a learning machine that doesn't learn anything. Fraudsters know it, and Stripe is their best friend. We blocked most of the payments, refunded few payments, but unluckily we still received a chargeback, and of course we had to give up and lose money. As soon as we reversed back to PayPal, everything came back to normal. No fraudsters, no chargebacks, no stolen cards. Thank God. I say only one thing: PayPal seller protection. Never use Stripe. Stick with PayPal. They know better. Stripe should invest money in a real anti-fraud system instead of paying people to post positive reviews. Please, whoever is paid to reply to negative reviews, do not waste your time to reply to me. I do not care about Stripe and your apology message. Atta girl, boy. Total chargeback ripoff. This company is the only payment processor I have ever used that I received 4 chargebacks, and despite the proof I show via talking to the customer, proof of delivery, confirmed order, and or emails, I always lose. But guess who still gets paid? Stripe. I will no longer do business with this company ever again and do not recommend them. I'm a business owner from Texas. Recently I discovered that unlike other processors, Stripe can do nothing, and will do nothing if some bank or card provider is stealing money out of your Stripe account. I had a guest who disputed his charge, stated a fraud charge. I presented all the evidence, including ID card, details, reservations, contract emails, and whatever was on the list Stripe recommended. After 2 months, the guest card provider who reviewed it decided that it's a fraud. Now, if it was I wouldn't bother writing this review, wouldn't I? I would just want to warn you that even if you still have all the necessary evidence, your money is not safe, and Stripe will do nothing to help you. And lastly, are you guys still with me? Alright. Stretch. Because I'm getting ready to go to bed. I use Stripe for my online WooCommerce store. Everything was okay for the first few months, but after receiving a fraudulent transaction in our store, it quickly became apparent that Stripe does nothing to protect their customers. They simply took money. I think they mean sellers. They simply took money out of my account, charged me $15 service fee, despite that I submitted all sorts of evidence proving that I was 100% correct. I emailed, called, and did everything possible, and Stripe simply told me this situation was out of their control. They told me the exact thing. I can't risk doing online business with a payment processor that won't fight for me in a dispute. They just rolled over and said it's not their problem. They do not use Stripe as your payment processor. They will not back you up in a dispute. And that, ladies and gentlemen, concludes this video about Stripe. Do not use them. Like one person said, scammer's paradise. A person could sign up, use somebody else's credit card or whatever, and usually their names are usually fraud names too. If you, like I say, if you've been around for a long time like I have and used to get those emails with people with those type of names, you'll know. So yeah, they can just sign up and use a fake credit card and all that shit, Have the shit shipped to them, and then all of a sudden, oh, I can't recognize this. I'm gonna get a chargeback, and they get the money back plus keep the product. And Stripe does nothing to protect you. They don't even fucking care. I've gone back and forth with Stripe for weeks now over this. Like, how the fuck can you let this happen? And they always give me some nonchalant, well, we're just the middleman. We that's up to the bank. I'm like, what the fuck are you gonna do to protect me? I'm the one. I'm the person that signed up with your service. I'm the one you taking money out of. Do you understand that? So yeah, I'm gonna tag you on my platforms. Hopefully you guys see it, because if they see that name, they're gonna respond. I would go to my Twitter page, but because I'm following some people with questionable lifestyle, I'm not gonna expose. They like to post questionable content, so I'm not gonna get myself flagged on here for that shit. But yeah, I was gonna see if they actually, if they have responded, we have like a number at the top in this area. Of course you can't see because I have it cut off. But yeah, a fraud. A fraud. Avoid this fraud ass company. Don't waste your time. Stick with Square, PayPal. At least you'll have seller's protection. Because if a motherfucker try to say, "Oh, I didn't get this," and you provide tracking number and all that stuff plus a signed signature like that, and wham, they gonna lose the damn case. But not Stripe. They don't care. They'll say, "Oh, I can't recognize this payment." I mean, they don't even give you a chance. They take the shit out of your account immediately, and then hold your damn money hostage for like a month, and then they'll tell you, "Oh, it has been closed and it's not in your favor, and we don't have any details why." What the fuck you mean? That was my money. And at least you could have asked the bitch to send the damn shit back. Like, anyway, stay away from these clowns, and do not recommend them to anybody. I know these people on here, they probably getting paid to put these reviews up. But trust me, from actual experience, like I said, I'm going to show you one more time. This person tried to pay again twice, and it's the same person, and everything unavailable right here in this West Fargo bank. So you tell me what the hell is going on. So yeah, again, stay away, and I'll see you guys in the next video. If you enjoy my content, feel free to subscribe, like, share, and also hit the donation link, and make sure you join my Patreon when I start getting things popping. Anyways, you guys have a good night or morning, whatever time it is, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace.